Signal Void is one objective away from completion, unless there's a curveball. Is there a curveball? There's probably a curveball. Hello Legion, this is Hadrian. Thank you for being here. Let's play some more of the Long Dark in our Against All Odds series, where I am going to head back as quickly as I can. I've got some extra stuff with me, but I dropped off some of the extra weight that I was carrying in the farmstead before I left. And so I've got some things, like extra food items, that are handy, that I mostly consumed while I was in the last bunker. I was thinking Barker because I thought I heard a wolf nearby. But we're pretty much at this point headed straight for Ash Canyon by way of Timberwolf Mountain, because we've done the looting in Pleasant Valley that I really wanted to do urgently. There are still a few other locations, but the thing is, at this point, I have enough rifle ammunition to protect myself, and now I can move toward, getting my inventory upgrades, and then move to Timberwolf Mountain, which will definitely... I mean, look, if Timberwolf Mountain doesn't have a bunch of ammo for me, the game is definitely listening to me and finding ways to troll me. That will just be confirmation that there's no other explanation. So that's kind of the long and short of it at the moment. We are on the way back as quickly as we can move. We got really lucky last episode with just the arrival of 2 auroras, not 1 but 2, in rapid succession, which is part of the benefit of this particular code. It does seem like the wind is picking up, which might also end the aurora if it brings in... Not that wind can blow away the aurora, but like if it changes the weather such that the skies become overcast, then the aurora will be a moot point. Okay, we're going to keep moving this way. Yeah, we just got real lucky last time. And one area where I'm not expecting to be as lucky on my way back here is being able to make it all the way back to the farmstead without attracting any attention at all. I'm kind of expecting that a wolf is going to be around a corner somewhere, because it just hasn't happened yet. We killed 1 wolf on our way into the zone. Alright, there's a wolf over there. 2 wolves. Okay, hold on. 3 wolves. Okay, so there's a somewhat spread out pack of wolves over there. That's kind of good, because if I can keep moving this way, there should be some wolves up ahead of me too, so I want to be kind of careful here, because I want to move this way a bit, but I don't want to have one of those closer wolves come toward me, but there's definitely going to be another group here, unless it's the same group, which it could be. I'm inclined to think no, though.
Sure getting cold.
I know, Jennifer. I got you. Give me a second. Okay, yeah. Let's get... Yes. Remember last episode I was worrying about this ridge? I'm currently on top of that ridge, so let's change that and go to the other side of the road. Because it seems to be safe-ish on this side of things. Now, we're pretty close to the farmstead, so I won't lose too much condition here, and if I'm lucky, should be able to rest for the remaining amount of time necessary to recover all the condition that I can, and then just head for the back of the zone and the Timberwolf exit. Hypothermia risk kicking in.
So cold.
Alright, I don't want to wander too far this way because I don't trust it, but the wind is in my face, as per usual. Can't tell if there are wolves over to my right, but that doesn't mean I want to find out. Also want to be mindful of the bear. Here I am talking about all these wolves, but the bear that I've managed not to run into yet could finally be right here. You never know. That would be my luck. Alright, still no wolves out here to the left though, which is great, because I can kind of take a wide arc here, avoiding any potential aggro. Maybe absorb a couple of extra points of condition loss, but not in a particularly painful way. Yeah, we're in good shape. So, just so I don't forget, I'm going to go straight in through the front door and grab all that stuff out of the cabinet, just so that I have it. Because I dropped it off simply for the purposes of, you know, making sure I was lighter on my feet to go to the bunker. Let's step back inside. And a couple of things. Cabinet. Yep, move all the inventory.
This load for much longer.
I know. Alright, now I'm reasonably certain that I have fully searched everything here, but let's just give it one more once over. I guess you can call it a twice over then. Because I just want to make sure that I grabbed everything I could have, so that when I leave, I have the best possible selection of goodies to bring with me. Did I empty that toilet already? Yes, I did. Okay. Let's go back upstairs. I'll need to be mindful of food and water. But we're in good shape now, so let's start with the pinnacle peaches, obviously. Got lots of canned corn, which apparently you can only find in these bunkers, I'm noticing. Not amazing nutritional value either. I don't know if there's a special recipe attached to it or not. Maybe I should be saving it for that kind of purpose. I don't know. Let's go ahead and eat the canned ham, which maybe I should also be saving. But it says it's fully cooked and ready to serve, so it's like, probably not. Okay. So let's just drink these. At least one of them. Yeah, just the one. That's fine. So if we now sleep for 8 hours, we'll get like 7 and change. We'll wake up. Pleasant Valley will hopefully not be in the midst of doing what it does. Alright, nice. That is a step in the right direction. So we have Stacy's grape soda. Ketchup chips. I'm going to go ahead and have one of these, just for the sake of not lugging around so much weight and food. At this point, it's just a matter of thinking through what I need to get rid of here. Now, I do... Oh, wow. Oh, wow. That is a big jerry can. Hold on. Hold on. I didn't realize that thing was that heavy. No wonder I'm so encumbered. Drop. Okay. Don't need that anymore. That makes things easier. Now, let me also... I picked up all the stuff that I had in that first cabinet, but there are some other items in the fridge, which might be worth having with me. Let's have a quick look. Nothing really. And truth be told, I kind of want to just keep offloading some of the lighter stuff. We'll keep the... We've got a piece of an MRE left. We've got a bunch of tea and coffee, which frankly, I don't need that much tea and coffee. Maybe keep 15 of each will be the plan. There we go. I just don't need that much. I've already got some coffee on me. Put these flares up. Let's put these cans up. Is there anything else worth putting away? I've got more revolver ammo here than I know what to do with. Extra sewing kits, not needed. Extra cleaning kit, not needed. Now we need all of this for potential ammo crafting in Blackrock. Although, hang on. Hold the heck on. Do you... Okay, what I'm checking right now is, yeah, I think you need the ammo crafting workbench in order to even make the makeshift gunpowder. I'm fairly certain that you do. No, can of gunpowder. Yeah, ammunition workbench. You need that. And you need charcoal too. Interesting. So dusting sulfur and stump remover and charcoal. So noted. So once we are at an ammunition workbench, then we can make a bunch of gunpowder. And so I guess that's one opportunity that I had. Lesson learned. That's one opportunity that I had in Bleak Inlet. I could have maybe made some gunpowder there when I was there and gotten that taken care of. And aside from that, though, I wouldn't have been able to do anything else at that exact moment in time because I didn't have the rest of my stuff. So I don't think I had any of the stuff with me, though, so I don't think that... I think it's a moot point, but like in the future, I can think in terms of like, well, I don't necessarily need to make bullets yet, but I might be able to go ahead and make some gunpowder if I get to Bleak Inlet, you know, so it's kind of like you think of it in stages and like you use the ingredients you have so far to make as much gunpowder as you can so that later on you can make more bullets. And I imagine making gunpowder gives you gunsmithing experience as well. So that is something I'll keep in mind for the future. Again, one of the main purposes of these Season 0 runs, Season 0 and Season 01, and Season 02, presumably, if it happens, which I imagine it will once some other Tales updates drop. The whole purpose of them is to play on a lower difficulty so that the newer mechanics are approachable, and so that we can kind of figure out the nuances of them, explore the world a little bit more, and just get back to the feeling of exploring the world. I mentioned, you know, a few episodes ago that like the world of the Long Dark has just gotten so much bigger. And sometimes it's nice just to go back to feeling like you're really looking around and trying to find things that you didn't know were there before, because it gets hard in Interloper, for sure. It gets challenging. Okay, so this is going to be tough because I think I'm going to go ahead and leave with my current encumbrance. But when I make it to Timberwolf, I might actually have to make a couple of trips to make this work. Because I want to bring all this stuff up with me, but it's gonna take some effort here, which I don't love doing that, but it's one of the best climbing spots in the game to do that kind of thing. So that is a risk I'm willing to take. Let's go ahead and head out. I'm comfortable with the stuff I have. Let me quickly check over here because sometimes there can be a soda hanging out. Not this time, though. Okay. Now we are going to head straight to the river. This is kind of a handy Pleasant Valley navigation tip for those of you, especially when things get this foggy, and it's getting foggier, I think, maybe. When things get this foggy, there are certain kind of lines that you can follow geographically that will take you to locations that you're trying to get to, so that you're not fumbling your way around in the dark. And one of them is just following this river straight back, and I'll show you what I mean. If you head back this way, now obviously it's very foggy at the moment, so it's hard for me to talk about where we're going before we get there. But the first thing you'll notice as you head down this way is you'll notice a bridge that you'll go under. Should be coming up, in fact. It's just very hard to see. There it is. So that's the bridge that actually leads from the barn over to the farmstead, and then the road kind of hooks back towards the farmstead. But if you keep following this, so that's like the marker that you know you're going the right way, whether it's foggy or not. Actually, come to think of it, this will be just a good primer on getting all the way back, assuming my memory is correct, which I practiced this route a good bit over the last year and a half after not playing the Long Dark a lot for a while. This will be a good primer on getting from the farmstead to Timberwolf Mountain directly. There are different routes you can take, but this is one that I use that works quite well and will take you past some other loot locations too. So you just keep following the ice. There's not a fork that you have to worry about. You just follow the water, and then it'll open up, right here. It's starting to get a little cold, but we'll be okay. And then as you cross the ice, just heading straight out from the mouth of that, you know, spot where it opens up, you'll notice some cattails. First of all, we're not going to pick those up here because we already have plenty. But you'll also notice, hang on, let me make sure I'm not too turned around here. There we go. Also notice some burned out buildings and some boats. There's some birch bark that I am going to grab. Can't pass that up. And then, I know it's foggy, so this is going to be, God, that frickin' shape out of the darkness. Don't do that to me, game. Out of the fog, I should say. So then you just kind of make your way up this slope. Now, visibility is crap at the moment, so bear with me. But you pretty much go straight up from that spot on the bank. And then this will curve to the right, then back to the left. I can hear some carrion crows. I guess it's better in some ways that I'm giving this bit of guidance in the fog. Because that way you can do it regardless of the weather. Let's check this dead guy. Okay. So this is another good landmark to let you know that you are going the right way. Cross this tree. And then there'll be some items you can pick up along the way. Perhaps some more birch bark here. Maybe not, but definitely some sticks and some shrubs. Some branches. Always a lot of, as I've sometimes put it, dead tree matter laying all over the place. I don't see any birch bark over here, but I want to really make sure. Okay, yeah. Oh, can't go between those two trees. Today I learned. Okay. Yep. So there's some shrubs. Let's also check back here for any birch bark. Nope. Okay. And then you just step through here. Hang on, let me make absolutely sure I didn't overlook something there. Okay, good. Again, these runs are kind of hello. Definitely seeing through that rock a little bit. Hello. These runs are about exploration, and part of me is like, where are the new, like, sheds? You know, we found one in the very first episode of this run, which was wild. It was a long time ago. But we're, not the new sheds, but the new, caches, the new prepper caches.
It's a goddamn freezing.
Alright, so we've got a couple of pieces of wood to start a fire with. I'm not going to worry about that. So now you can rest in this cave. That's another kind of waypoint for you to use. Let me go ahead and just put this down here. I'm going to sleep for, let's say, 3 hours. No predators to worry about at this cave. Now there's a particularly nice loot spot nearby that you might be interested in. 79 days, 4 hours, 11 minutes. How about that? All right, it's not foggy anymore, which I'm grateful for. I'm actually going to go ahead, let me drink this Ruined Summit soda, and I'm going to drop that wood on the ground, because I just don't need it at this point. All right, we're about 10 pounds encumbered. Did I pick up the bedroll? Yes, I did. All right, Pleasant Valley is looking like it's about to do its thing, so we need to move somewhat quickly here. So notice you can step out of the cave to the left and look where we are. This is one of the main loot locations, and if you stay bearing left, you can just sort of start from the top down and investigate everything, which we are going to do here. since we're here. It would be a shame not to check what we might find
This stuff will come in
here at
handy.
the site of this tragedy. Yeah, these people had a bad time, to say the very least. Okay, I'm not... There's a possibility I'll find some pretty nice loot items here, if I'm careful. I just want to make sure I don't overlook any of the suitcases, because there will be plenty. Hang on, let me go all the way up here and make sure there's not any at the top. Or not anything else at the top, for that matter. Nope, we're good. Let's check over this ridge. Okay, anything back there? I've never really looked back there. I can see something's knocked down, but yeah, we're going to stay along the path that the plane really broke apart on. So there's also the possibility of some I'm not going to worry about those cargo pants. Also the possibility of some rifle ammo here, which is one of the reasons I'm searching it. Hey, a worn ski jacket. That's nice. We already have something better than a ski jacket on. Alright, let me step over here, because I think there are sometimes... Nope, nothing here. Okay. It's just worth making sure that you kind of look in all directions for these suitcases. I think they're generally in the same spots every time. They're not randomly placed. Or maybe they are, but I've never gotten that impression, really. So I'm just... If I don't know for sure, I'll happily concede that, but like... I've never observed them being in incredibly different spots each time. Okay, so that looks like a Summit Soda. Alright, so here's some food items that I will go ahead and pick up. I'm also going to check these overhead lockers. Okay. Don't need that hoodie. Nothing else there. Don't need the cargo pants. Condensed milk. Nice. I'm not worrying too much about picking up extra stuff at the moment because there will still be an opportunity. Oh, hockey jersey. Nice. I'm not going to worry about that because I don't need it. But nice that we found one. It's a newer item. New simple parka. Simple parka's nice, but it's not as nice as what I'm wearing. So we are definitely finding some good clothing items. If this were a newer run and we were just coming here for the first time looking for things to wear, we would be walking away very well equipped. So this is an amazing kind of route to know for Pleasant Valley starts, for those of you newer to the game. Kind of coming back this way and checking the plane crash. Alright, so we're going to finish picking up this food. I'm going to step back here and see if there's anything over here. I think sometimes the bodies are randomly placed. Because I could swear sometimes I found a body here, but I don't know about the suitcases. I think the suitcases are... Oh, here comes Pleasant Valley. Ah. Hello, my old friend. I knew it wouldn't take you long. Alright, so here's the captain. Alright, don't see anything else. Did that actually say? Okay, no. Just frozen corpse. For a second I thought it actually said, like, captain's corpse. Okay. Still have some more containers here. Now, thankfully, we're not far from where we need to be, so I'm probably just going to brave this blizzard. The only downside to braving the blizzard is that we're now in a position where by walking around in the blizzard, all of my clothing is going to get hurt, including the bedroll, which is less than ideal. I would prefer that didn't happen, but Pleasant Valley finally decided to act like Pleasant Valley. And there's a hypothermia risk. Not a lot going on in the overhead bins. And after I'm done searching these, I still want to check the aisles and make sure I'm not missing anything there. Definitely want to check in here. Alright, that's a cooking skill manual, not needed. Alright, so let's do a quick scan. Okay, nothing there. Nothing there. Step down here. Alright, no ammo, unfortunately. Sometimes there can be, but not this time, I guess, unless I overlooked it blatantly. It's possible, I guess. But, yeah, I don't think so. So now, this is where it gets a little dicey, because it's like, do I want to try this while the blizzard is going? Because I know where I'm going. And it's a little bit harder to offer the guidance I was talking about a moment ago. But yeah, let's do this. So you basically head out from behind the plane wreck. And you want to hug this wall, kind of. And it will take you... One of the reasons you want to hug the wall, especially in a blizzard, is that, you know, if you decide that you don't know where you're going, which I might very well in just a moment, then it gives you something to sort of fall back to. So right now that wall is kind of behind me, and I know that. So it's going to dip down here. Now, if I'm lucky, if I'm not completely in a different spot than I thought, I think I might be somewhat off course on account of the blizzard, but we're still heading in the generally right direction. We're probably going a little bit more left than we need to, because we actually want to kind of be going right once we reach the back side of the zone here. But what I was going to say is, oh, there it is. If I'm lucky, we will find a hunter's blind. So when you find this, there's a couple things that you can kind of do. First is, you can check it for stuff, obviously. There's a simple arrow, which I'll take. Cloth. A rifle cartridge. Hey. And then you can go straight this way. So you want to go straight out as if you're like running away from the hunter's blind. That's kind of the direction you want to move. Now this is going to be a little bit precarious. It's also damaging my clothing unnecessarily, but I would rather go ahead and make it this far. Alright, so you want to kind of just stay on the high ground here. Veer left as much as you can. There's a part of me that regrets that this guide is playing out in a blizzard, but again, maybe kind of like the fog, maybe that's better. So notice I'm just trying to stay left as much as I can. Hopefully I haven't gone too far. We'll find out. Oh, I don't think I have. Yep. And here we go. Beautiful. So those are the landmarks that you can use to get back here. And if you don't know where you are, you're about to find out, trust me. Let me just step over here and grab what I can. Oh look, a cup of coffee. Perfectly drinkable, just sitting out in the wilderness. Everything's fine.
Barely walk with this much gear.
Oh, you're fine. Okay, so this is kind of perfect because I definitely need to recover a little bit of condition. Alright, here we are in the Prepper's abandoned cache. And I very much doubt, as we always do, that there will be anything here worth writing home about, but we can check anyway. The abandoned cache is always, even on low difficulties... Oh, not just any grape soda, nice. Even on low difficulty, it's always a little bit... or a lot empty. Alright, so there's a bed. So there's at least a place where you can sleep, which is nice. Alright, so there's some items at this difficulty level, and there's another storm lantern. Okay, that's not bad. And some lantern fuel as well. So on this difficulty at least... Bullseye indeed. Hell yeah. That's like such an unlikely location to find it too. Can we just talk for a second about the fact that we found the rifle ammunition box that we've been looking for the entire time at Pleasant Valley in the freaking Prepper's Abandoned Cache? What the hell? That is just unnecessary. The game continues to troll me. The last possible place I would have expected to find it. But okay. So here we are at the very base of Timberwolf Mountain. I guess I will go ahead and drink some of these things. I have a lot of extra stuff on me. It's mainly these food packs that I picked up. So this will be just a matter of bringing the stuff with me that I need. I may even end up dropping my cattails. I'll come back for them later. The thing is, it's just like I need to be able to get up the rope. And so I'm either going to make a couple of trips to do this, or I'll go ahead and eat one of these. I'm either going to make a couple of trips, or we're going to end up just leaving cattails and some other stuff behind. Because this stuff is heavy. Alright, not thirsty. Let's go ahead and sleep for 5 hours. We're going to get about 4 hours and change. And I think that's actually... Let me think. The weather actually seems like it's improving a little bit. Yeah, I think that should be a good stopping point for today. I think in the next one, we're going to head straight into Timberwolf Mountain, and we're not going to be there long. We'll stop at the Fisherman's Hut, but then keep going straight into Ash Canyon, and you know where we're headed from there. And it'll be an entirely new game from that point forward. Well, not entirely new, but, you know. When we get that stuff, it'll be easier to move around all this extra things. All the extra things I like to lug around and, you know, be overly encumbered with all the time. But once we're back from that, it's just straight to Hushed River Valley, because once we get back there, which we've already been there in this run, but once we get back there, we have the signal to investigate, and once we've investigated the signal, there's just a matter of, you know, that's going to be the final objective of Signal Void, so we just need to get back to the far territory and proceed to check out the zone of contamination. It's finally, like, on the horizon at this point, which is kind of nuts. I mean, we still have some objectives ahead of us and lots of looting to do. It's going to take some time. But in terms of the list of things we have to do, it's not as far down as it was even just a few episodes ago. We've progressed farther than expected thanks to Pleasant Valley having its signal location in the same zone as the transmitter. Was not expecting that, but I'll take it. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to follow along. For early episodes, channel emotes, and member badges, look for the join button. New episodes drop at 1 p.m. US Eastern Time every day but Wednesday, and comments are always welcome, so leave your thoughts below, and I'll see you next time.